Trump is got everything under control, and we're gonna go dark Maga. There we go. Okay. Well, that's still the light from my garage, but as I back out, we'll be dark Maga. Trump has everything under control, and all these people that are questioning Matt Gaetz. When I go live on the radio at 6, you're going to get a little preview here of what I'm going to talk about. Matt Gaetz is the only man in America who can and will do what needs to be done as the Attorney General. I'm going to go through this when I get on the air at 6, and you can call me on the air about it. But there's a lot of treason that's been going on these last 4 years, really the last 9 years, with these lawfare people against our favorite president, Donald Trump. In particular, in the last couple of years, civil cases, there's been a lot of crime committed in collusion between offices and individuals that should not be communicating and colluding. Letitia, Fannie, Jack Smith, Merrick Garland, all the rest, the judges, you know what I'm talking about. These are hardcore criminals. And other than Matt Gaetz, who's going to take all of them on? The very fact that there's a meltdown in the media and by some in Washington over Matt Gaetz' nomination by President Trump for the Attorney General shows he's the right man for the job. Anyone else would be worried about their friends in the future. Matt Gaetz is a total, they used to call John McCain the Maverick. Matt Gaetz is a true maverick, and he's not worried about sucking up to this senator or that congressman or this contractor or that donor. He's going to do what has to be done. He's experienced the lawfare himself with this ridiculous House investigation over BS accusations. There's no one else that Trump could pick that would do the job right, because everyone else that Trump would nominate, whether the establishment in D.C. and the media approved of them or not, none of them would go after these people because they're worried about their next job. They're worried about their next office. Matt Gaetz is not worried about any of that. So that's the perfect pick. And I love this Sanjay Gupta and all these jerks over Robert Kennedy being the Health and Human Services Secretary. Oh, all these terrible things are going to happen. The whole country is obese and unhealthy. So what the hell good is the FDA and all these people? What are they doing? Looks like, how can, they're attacking Robert Kennedy. How dare he? They're going to quit. So quit. Go work out in the private sector where there's results required. Health and Human Services and all the agencies under it, like the FDA and the CDC and all these groups, under their reign, Americans have gotten fatter and sicker. So what the hell do these people know? We need someone who's got a different perspective on things. I love it. So, all these people questioning Trump, how dare they? How dare they question Trump? By the way, if you're new to my channel, my name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe, okay? Now, I'm going to start the show at 6 a.m. Eastern, just 90 minutes from now, a little less than 90 minutes, going into a little more detail about what I opened up with here. You guys are getting a sneak peek at 4:37 a.m. here. But I love Matt Gaetz. This is beautiful. He is the perfect freaking pick. The perfect pick. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Things in the Senate went just like Trump wanted them to go. So here's what's going on, okay, with these. Again, I'm going to go through all this today, but you guys, if you're up here early with me, you get the sneak preview. Oh, no, Trump wanted Rick Scott. I would say no, he did not want Rick Scott. the Democrats and some jerk Republicans like Lindsey Graham may try to stop some of these picks of President Trump's, in particular Matt Gaetz. And the Senate's role is not to stop nominees. It's to advise and consent, which means whoever the president is nominates people for cabinet positions. They go into hearings. The senators get to act like big shits and ask all these questions and bark at them and everything. They tell them what they think of them, and then they consent, and the president gets his nominees. However, you know, if the Democrats and some of these hanger-on traitor Republicans try to stop the nomination process from going through, Trump's just going to make a bunch of recess appointments, which I'm fine with that. Recess appointments are fine. And the way the recess appointments work, yeah, the media will bitch and moan, screw them. The way the reset appointments work is when the Congress is not in session, the president makes these appointments, and they are there until the next Congress. Well, the next Congress is in 2 years when the next election comes around. And the reason that things went the way Trump wanted in the Senate leadership pick is this. The Senate is a very complex place. They've got all these parliamentary rules that are very difficult to understand and navigate. And for Trump to accomplish what he's going to do here with these incredibly radical picks for the Supreme Court, I don't mean radical in a negative way. I mean, these are all outside the box, not just Gaetz, but Bobby Kennedy and Pete Hegseth and all this stuff. To get these through the Senate is going to require a lot of very complex maneuvering through these Senate rules. And you need to have people there in leadership that understand them inside and out. And Rick Scott, I love Rick Scott. He was our governor for 8 years before Ron DeSantis. He was a better governor than Ron DeSantis. I mean, he is so great and such a perfect governor. And he did something... he did me a personal favor once after a hurricane, which I may mention today. People laugh at me about it, but, you know. But I'm not going to talk about it now, maybe later. But Rick Scott is, I mean, I love Rick Scott. I mean, you know, he's made life in Florida so much better, in particular before, during, and after hurricanes. I've talked about that a lot. He's incredible. But he's not been in the Senate that long. All right? He just got elected to his second term. And he doesn't have the experience or contacts or knowledge with these very complex parliamentary rules in the Senate that are going to be needed to get Pete Hegseth, Matt Gaetz, and these other picks of President Trump's through the Senate process. I told you guys the other day, I said, however the Senate leadership turns out, it'll be exactly what Trump wants. And a lot of people, no, it won't. He lost. It went just according to Trump's plan. So this is just amazing. And I love how when Trump makes these picks, he's not going out there and defending it to the media. He's just doing it and then moving on to the next. So we got a lot to cover on the program today. You won't want to miss it. And, well, it's Friday already. I was off yesterday. It's Friday. So that means open phones on the program. We call it Open Maga Mike Friday. Monday through Thursday, if you're listening to the program and calling in, you got to call in about what we're talking about. But on Friday, the show prep is up to you guys. You can call me about any and everything on your mind. I've already got the show set up, the thumbnail, the chat room's there. It's Matt Gaetz, Attorney General, is the thumbnail. So if you're new, hop over there when I finish this stream. So no, don't question Trump. Do whatever he says, right? He knows exactly what he's doing. Everything's going according to plan with complete perfection. Couldn't go better than this. Could not be going better than this. At all. I'm excited. I mean, you know, which of these picks were you not shocked at? All of them. The Matt Gaetz pick, that was amazing. When I heard that makes the Pete Hegseth pick sound like not that big of a deal, right? I mean, I love Matt Gaetz. He's awesome, and he is very loyal. And he will go after these lawfare monsters. Don't you worry. That's why they're panicking. They've been doing crime for years. Matt Gaetz. You know what I could say? You know who I would compare Matt Gaetz to? I don't know if this will make sense to you guys, but Matt Gaetz is a lot like Laura Loomer. They're a lot alike, Matt Gaetz and Laura Loomer. They do what's right and what's got to be done no matter what. Screw everybody. And they're both loyal to Trump. Oh, this is just beautiful. I'm heading into the radio station. Oh, what an exciting time. President Trump's already running the country. And, you know, when President Trump went to the White House and met with Biden the other day, I like how Biden said, "Welcome back." Joe Biden is so happy that Kamala lost. You can tell. Biden was so excited to see Trump. It's hilarious. I think Biden handled himself all right for a senile old coot suffering from dementia. Oh, these are great times, people. It does not get better than this. I'm very excited. Ah, shoot. I forgot my mouse for my computer. I needed my mouse for something, but I guess I'll go without a mouse. I was charging my mouse for my MacBook. It's a little chilly this morning in Florida. For us, I mean, it's 69 degrees. I mean, that 69 degrees is pretty cold. That means we're now in the winter time here in Florida. I love it. It's a great time. I'm on a dark highway, but not alone. To the left of the screen, total darkness, that is the Florida Everglades. Gators, bobcats, and snakes. Oh, man. The Trump miracle continues. Every time Trump makes a cabinet nomination announcement, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Joy Reid deleting her Twitter. What an idiot. She's you know, Megyn Kelly's predicting she's going to be fired. I agree with that. They're going to have to do a big, you know, a lot of these Democrat big mouths are finding out that they never were popular, that they were just being propped up by the Democrats to try to stop Trump, and Trump can't be stopped now. He's been reelected to his second non-consecutive term. He can't run again, so this is it for Trump. So these evildoers that have been backing these Trump haters these last few years are pulling out. And you're going to see a lot of these big mouth Democrats on all platforms start to fade away. I've already seen there's one person, it's still developing, so I'm not going to tell you who it is now because it's still developing. And I'm doing a little bit of investigating, trying to find out a little more detail about it. I'm going to wait for it to be completed, but there's one big liberal big mouth that they've totally pulled the plug on. And when I find out more details about it, I'll go public with who I'm talking about. But these Democrats on every platform, whether it's here or television or a podcast or Twitter, Instagram, wherever you see these anti-Trump people that have these massive followings, it's all fake. It's been inflated by the Never-Trumpers. And they've been buying their illusion of popularity in a variety of ways. And since Trump will never run again, their support is being pulled out. And that's why these leftists are freaking out. Some of them are going to quit platforms before it becomes obvious, like Joy Reid leaving X. That's just what they do. They're starting to realize they never were popular. It was all artificial. But no, anyone who questions Trump, they're not MAGA. We all worked so hard for Trump's second term here to let Trump be Trump. Not be what some podcaster or talking head on television says he should be. Let Trump be Trump. That was the title of Corey Lewandowski's book, Let Trump Be Trump. And that's what you got to do. Oh, I need some coffee pretty bad. $68 degrees. Oh my goodness. That is freezing in Florida. I got the heat on in the car a little bit. I turned the heat up to 75. We like our heat in Florida. It's a full moon too. Awesome. I have made every single light for I don't know how many miles. I'll start hitting some lights soon though. I'm entering civilization up here. I'm kind of out in the country right now. Leaving the country and entering suburbia. This guy's driving with his bright lights on. What the hell? I hate that. I hate when someone's behind you with their brights on. Just hate it. If I get stopped by a light, I'll take a look at the chat, guys. Now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And, of course, if you'd like to support my channel and my content, go to mypillow.com. Use my promo code Kane and check out Kane for huge savings. The Christmas specials are up at mypillow.com and free shipping on orders over $75. And you've got plenty of time to order for Christmas, so load up at these incredibly low prices. You give the gift of these MyPillow products, whether it's the pillows, the slippers, the towels, the sheets, the blankets, the pet beds, whatever it is, even the MyPillow socks, whatever you get, the recipient will love them, cherish them for years to come. That's my experience. My wife and I give out so many MyPillow products, mostly pillows, to people that don't have them because people love them. They get when you give someone a MyPillow, they can't wait to go to bed to try it out. So go to mypillow.com, use my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane, and do your Christmas shopping, and at the same time support all my content. Oh man, I'm hitting some traffic now. gotta see where I am here. Hold on, let's try. Hey, Minnie. Hey, Minnie. Oh, where am I? All right, perfect. Right on time. Always use your turn signals, guys. Yeah, these, you know, these pics of Trump, they're so exciting, and every time I hear one, I can't wait to hear who the next one's going to be. Okay, there's a light turning red. I may get caught by it, and I'll take a look at the chat real quick. I don't think so. I think it's going to turn green before I get to look at the chat, guys. Yeah, it's going to turn green. Sorry. Now, if you're new, on my next stream, I'll be on the radio. I'll be taking live calls. And I'll give you guys the number when I'm doing that. And you can call me on the air no matter where you're at, toll free, whether you agree or disagree with me. Okay, here's a red light. I'll take a quick look at the chat. Oh, that's okay. It's like Christmas every day. Yeah, it's 60. Now it's 69 degrees. Yeah, I almost wore a sweatshirt today, but I was like, nah. Let me see. Alexa, what's the weather today?
The current weather is 69 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Today, you can look for partly sunny weather with a high of 85 degrees and a low of 65 degrees.
Ooh, 65. That's freezing, man. High of 85 is nice. Starting to cool off. Not going to be in the 90s. You know, the media, I love Whoopi Goldberg, who's going to go on a sex strike. Who the hell is having sex with Whoopi Goldberg? They must be so relieved that they don't have to have sex with her anymore if such a person exists. I can't think of much more disgusting thoughts than Whoopi Goldberg having sex. I mean, that's gross. I'm trying to time this to get to Starbucks before there's a long line. If I get to Starbucks 5 minutes late, there's like 5 cars ahead of me. I don't want to wait for anybody. I'm trying to be the first or second customer. TGIF. How exciting. Every day is going to be Friday to Kamala Harris soon. She's unemployed. We got so lucky. I mean, we are just so blessed to have this second term of Trump, aren't we? It's just amazing. I'm still pinching myself that it's happened. It's crazy. After all the crap they pulled and put him through and us through, unbelievable. Because that's the only, someone says, lib Starbucks, please. What company has coffee that is espresso that's not liberal? All the companies are liberal. Where can I get espresso coffee at this hour of the morning from a place that's not liberal? That's why. If you had to do a 3-hour radio show and needed espresso in the morning, you'd be there too. If there was a conservative place that had espresso coffee that I could get in the morning on the way to work, I'd go there. If it was on my way. I mean, I don't have time to be driving them 20 miles out of my way to answer your question. I mean, what major corporation isn't liberal these days? I mean, you guys, some people give me a hard time for Starbucks. I mean, it's out of necessity, believe me. But, YouTube is Google. They're liberal, and you're using YouTube, right? I really don't like drinking coffee. I never have. But I have always had, I got I'm on the air for 3 hours every morning. Doing a radio show for 3 hours is not easy. It is very high energy. I get up at 1:30 in the morning. I set my alarm for 1:30 a.m. to do my show prep. I leave my house at 4:30 a.m. When I get off the air at 9, if my day was over, oh boy, wouldn't that be nice, but my day's only just begun. I have multiple meetings I have to go to. One is an hour away from the radio station when I get off the air. Then I've got a podcast later on. Then after I record the podcast, I got to edit it and upload it. That's about a 3-hour process for the podcast. So I've got long days. So sadly, espresso, which I don't like, I don't even like coffee, is a necessity to get me through the day. I mean, by the time I get done today, by the time I'm done with everything, it'll be about 7 o'clock tonight. So that'll be, I guess, about an 18-hour day. 16-hour day. Yeah, 16-hour day. So that's why I have 8 shots of espresso every morning. I've already had 4. I'm getting my second 4 shots now. It's a lot. It's a lot. The commute to the radio station is, I started this stream in my driveway. How long ago did I start this stream? It's about a 40-minute drive. There is a shorter way, not by much, but I go this longer way because this coffee shop has better coffee than the other one. And a drive-through I don't have to get out of the car. All the other ones that are on the route that are open this early don't have drive-thrus. So it's about a 40 to 45 minute drive in the morning to get there, and about an hour after to get home, because there's more traffic then. If I just go straight home, but I got about 50 minutes to get home, but I don't go straight home very often. I've always got something. Great. Am I going to be the first customer? They just opened 3 minutes ago. I'm not. All right, guys, listen. I got to use my phone to pay. So I will see you on the next stream in just a bit. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll see you on the next stream.